One of the Dom and Doma brothers has left. Badiashile has left Chelsea. One step in the right direction, another step in the right direction, actually. And yeah, we'll be getting into that. Now, listen, before I get into it, make sure you're liking the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Obviously, we're going to need to let you guys know in it. That's the best way to support the channel. And listen, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 2K subscribers. And listen, some of the things we're seeing on this transfer window is looking good, but there is also something that we need to talk about when it comes to the loan option on Badiashile's contract, and we will do that. However, we received this, or we saw this probably an hour ago. Yeah, I'm kind of late when it comes to recording the video, but this is the news that's out. Badiashile is going to Napoli. So this is the news right here. Napoli agreed deal to sign Badiashile from Chelsea. Here we go. Club to club verbal agreement done. €3 million loan fee, €1 million add-ons, and €27 million buy option clause. Salary also covered. And yeah, Massimiliano Allegri will get a new centre back. If he does end up working out, if he does end up working out, that's my point. Other than that, yeah. So Badiashile's gone. You know what I'm saying? Won 2 trophies with us, and won the Club World Cup, or was part of the team that won the Club World Cup, and also the Conference League. He's probably played a bigger part in the Conference League, because that's essentially where we were, playing him the most. That's where he got most of his minutes. Bought him from Monaco, and then he joined Chelsea in the 22-23 season for a fee of €40 million. I think the fee is €38 million, but I think you can see it right here. Let me just pop it on the screen for you now. So yeah, joined Chelsea for €40 million or £38 million. I don't know what this MV stands for, but at the end of the day, market value, 40 million. We bought him for 38 million euros. And essentially, if you now go back to the other tweet, he's going for what? 31. If he hits all of his targets, you end up getting 31 million euros for him, which is obviously what, 7 million less than what we paid for him at the time. I don't remember what I genuinely don't remember what the full thing was. Did it have a lot of add-ons? Was it a £40 million fee? But we remember that at the time, Badiashile and the Sassy were partners, centre-back partners, and we thought that it was a good idea to go and get both the partners together. And they turned out to struggle in the Premier League, turned out to not be able to give the team what we thought they would, and especially Badiashile. I think I'm most disappointed in Badiashile and the way his career went at Chelsea, because he looked very promising in the beginning. His calmness on the ball, his being a ball playing centre back, being just simple, just everything looked simple for him. And then all of a sudden, I don't remember what injury he got. We'll have a look, because I know he's had a lot of injuries. And I don't know, man. Like, for me, it's just been, yeah, we can pop it up right now. Second, it's just been a huge disappointment, to the point that he's hated. It was almost to the point where people are celebrating him leaving the squad. And I'm not saying I'm upset that he's leaving. I just feel like if I'm gonna go back and look at his career in terms of what he's done at Chelsea, he's been a massive disappointment. And then all you gotta look at, this is all Monaco, go to 22-23 season, and that's the season he joined, and that's the season he went out of 105 days of injury with Chelsea, hamstring injury. And then the season after, he missed 112 days with a groin injury. And then the same season, he was, I don't know if he was being managed back. I don't remember what happened. But then you look at the amount of games missed. Obviously, it's 105 games, 7 games, 5 games. You know, some of these are, what's it called? In the same season, innit? So it's like, you know, 6 days here, then it's another 12 days. You know, all these injuries here are in the same season. So he's missed X amount of days. So that's what? 45 days plus 112 days just in one season. And in the games total, well, actually, no, groin. It starts from here. Groin. There you go. That's all in one season. You know what I mean? These are the amount of games he missed. And then you look at the days and it's crazy. Next season, he misses 80 days, 15 games. Essentially almost half a season. Almost half a season he misses. And obviously this one is 112 days because he got the injury or whatever from May, obviously to September. And so it kind of goes through all the... That's why he's only missed a few games, but it was a lot of days. He gets injured in May a lot for some reason. But other than that, obviously you can see a lot of games missed. 15 games here. And then always on the bench, also muscle strain, always being managed. So even if he is back, he doesn't really play. And I think the last game that we can all think of Badiashile having a great or very good performance was against Liverpool. Esteval, I think was it the game where Esteval came back? He came on and had a good time, and then that's it. You know, we haven't been able to see the good of Badiashile. And obviously we're all glad to see the back of him at this point. And he's going to Italy. You know, the League of Defenders. You know what I'm saying? The League of Defenders. The League of Centre-Backs. Whether that will help him improve is one thing. Whether we'll see him improve in the future and that is one thing. But he's not our problem anymore. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now in a way where he's not our problem anymore. But this is what I wanted to get to and what I was talking about in the beginning of the video when I was talking about his loan. His loan is an option to buy. Right? Now, Italian teams, Serie A teams, yeah, pizza topping league teams and that. Joking. Hey, these are gonna hate me for it. But this should have been, in some ways, that should have been a obligation to buy. I'm not necessarily happy about the option, yeah. I can't lie. I'm not happy about the option. My thing is, yeah, when it comes to the obligations and all that kind of stuff, my issue with that whole transfer in general, yeah, is that you can't trust the Italian teams. He'll go there, he might get injured and that there's a big chance of this brother coming back. So he's not even fully gone. He's not fully gone. Now, in terms of what he does for a transfer window, for us, it's a very good transfer window. We got a lot of players in. We're still looking to see what's going on with Enzo Fernandez. We got probably 21 hours left to the deadline. Yeah, I'll do a separate video on that, so make sure you go check it out. And are we really seeing the back of him at this point? Is it gonna change? We know that there's a lot of teams that have specific regimes and stuff like that when they join Italian teams, and I don't know whether it's a Conte team or Allegri, and is that gonna help him? Is he gonna be stronger, or is he gonna be someone that's gonna come back? And it's a lot of you might also think like, why does he keep talking about his future? We don't care about his future. That's fine, but it's an option to buy. You know what I mean? It's similar to what some people were saying to me about Garnacho. It's an option to buy, which means we are probably gonna see this brother back here again if he doesn't succeed or play well. So in some ways, let this brother succeed, because I don't know exactly whether we divided his transfer fee or whatever they call it. What did they? I don't remember what they call it. When we didn't spread his transfer fee over X amount of years. I'm assuming we probably did, and in that way, maybe is a profit. What's it called, on the books for this season or whatever it is next season. Great, but at this moment in time, he's gone for this moment in time. We haven't seen him in preseason. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he hasn't played in preseason. He's managed to get his move. And to be honest, unlike the Sassy, Tosin, and some of these other players that are rejecting teams here and there, and I think I'm mostly talking about the Sassy here. I remember last season, was it, or season before, he had options to go Bournemouth and some other places, and he just likes the daily dally. Or but then I'm pretty sure he then ended up West Ham. My thing is, obviously we can't do any more bomb squad stuff, and you can't do that anymore. You can't put players in the bomb squad anymore. So the player has to leave. And I think for how old he is and stuff like that, go over to Napoli. I don't even know if Napoli in the Champions League. I'm assuming not, because they are okay. So imagine Napoli are in the Champions League. Cool. But this is the thing about all of these players, yeah. Some of these players are part of the reasons why we are not in the Champions League, because of their performances, in certain games, because of their switching off, because of their lack of concentration and all that kind of stuff. But they are gonna leave. Like, in some ways, you look at, okay, cool, you might have to help me get back into the Champions League because you were the reason why we never made it to the league. We never made it to the Champions League this season. But at the same time, it might be better for you to not be here than actually be here. And I think that's my main that's my main point. I think we're better without Badiashile than we are in it. I still think the Sassy is probably worse than him. But then again, and maybe because I like calm defenders and whatever, but he's just not been as confident as he was in his first season, or whatever season it was that he played. Was it on the pitch? He's never been as confident as that anymore. Never really managed to get his groove back. It's just been very shaky and very, like, it's just not been anything. Like, I don't know. It's a very great move for him to go over there, Italy, Napoli, change of scenery, new club, new ideas. Maybe that'll help him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because his reputation right now, whether it's in England or Premier League, it's done and it's dusted. So he has to do something about that. So yeah, Badiashile's gone. You know what I'm saying? For this moment in time. Yeah, hopefully he succeeds at his future club, so we don't have to see him back and then have to deal with these problems again. I'm assuming as well he's not on mad wages. I know it's assumptions and all that stuff. You never know. I'm just gonna go with the assumption. I don't think he earns as much money. And even if he does, apologies. And you know what I'm saying? If he does, apologies. But yeah, that's my point. That's my thing about Badiashile. Because even if you look at it now, and I just popped this up before I end the video, this is his market value analysis. Like, when we bought him in 22, 23, and he moved to Chelsea, that was his highest ever value, 40 million. And ever since then, it's just been dropping, and he's 25 now. So we bought him at what? Age of 22? This is what I'm saying. So it's been a waste. And he's the 84th ranked. Worldwide 826. Premier League 307. I've never seen this before, but hey, listen, maybe 84 in France is too high as well. All players born, ranked number 100 among all players born 2001. It's a lot of numbers. Ranked number 157 among all players playing as centre back. He's not even one of the best in his position, bro. Ranked number 27th among all players at Chelsea. Hey, okay, that makes sense. That's actually crazy, you know. Man said he's ranked 27th, bro, in his club. That tells you everything about him having to go. Look, in some ways, it's a great it's great business getting rid of him, getting something close to his value, getting a 3 million loan fee. And obviously 27, if we do sell him for 27 million and his current value is 15 according to transfer mark, then yeah, you know what I'm saying, you have got good money on him. But, or book value wise, you know what I'm saying, you do get me make profit on him in book value wise, but we'll have to see in it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in because bro, Italian teams are greedy, bro. They'll use him for a season. They pay a 3 million low fee, and then they just get rid of him, bro. Yeah, or send him back. That's what they do. So hopefully he does end up leaving, or if he does have a good period and they don't buy him, he's at least been put on the shop window for us. Those are the options that I'm looking at in terms of Badiashile. But listen, I'm happy that Badiashile's going. I mean, just shrink the squad a little bit more. He's not going to get time to play once a week, including all the other competitions such as the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Those are we only playing in 3 competitions. So you might need there's no use for a big squad. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no use for it. So yeah, he's gone. I know a lot of men going to be celebrating. You know what I'm saying? 1 out of 2 of the Dom and Doma has left, because that's what he's made himself over the years. And look, I've always said you can't really blame players for injuries unless they aren't taking care of themselves and stuff like that. But there's certain players that, like, a lot of the times we let a player like Lavia go, in it. He gets injured, blah blah blah, but we kind of look past it because you could say he's but every time he plays, he plays really well. So you could kind of feel like, okay, maybe if he turns the corner this time, we might be able to, look past it. Every time, you saw a game in pre-season where he was excellent. So every time he plays against Liverpool, he was excellent. So like, those are the things. But with Badiashile, he never came back. It took him ages to come back. And when he comes back, he may have one great game over 3 years or whatever it was. So listen, he had to go. And that's one of the, we're doing well. I expect a lot more business towards the end of this window, because there's some players like a Giu, and I can't even think of the other players like a Dasasi and all these man. Hopefully Tosin as well, who's been linked to Benfica, all start packing their bags. Do you know what I'm saying? I think maybe we're doing an option to buy with a lot of these players because we want to add them to next year's books and not this year's books and blah 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 blah. Cool, but yeah, listen, it just is what it is, isn't it? He's gone. Big up everyone for tuning in at this point. And if you watched all the way till now, appreciate it. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about the move. Benoît Badiashile to Napoli. Here we go. Option to buy for 27 million euros, 3 million loan fee, and a 1 million in add-ons. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, and make sure you're subscribing if you're new. I'm your boy Asa, and I'm out.